Peace, this is King Noble Black Supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to talk about the context of revolution versus the nigger shit paradigm. What's the difference? What's the similarity? Now, the nigger shit paradigm is a context, but it's the wrong context. The right context is a revolutionary context, because revolution deals with progress. It deals with an agenda, a direction that we're going in. It's dealing with change. The nigger shit paradigm is a way of which we contextualize our experiences as we look at them as irrelevant, insignificant, bothersome, or just reoccurring situations amongst black people. We don't really see them within the context of revolution and stuff that's happening to us. And even so more when we become conscious. That means we come into some information, or we join one of these groups that are spiritual, or i.e. religious. They got some information, some knowledge of self. And when we join these different groups and institutions, we think we've levitated above the problems that black people go through that make revolution necessary. Because we don't put the problems that we go through as black people within the context of revolution. We act like we're just conscious Negroes with unconscious Negro problems, when the purpose of becoming conscious was to address the Negro problem. That's why we became conscious in the first place. We didn't become conscious to escape. We didn't become conscious to become naive to the problems. But we became conscious so that we could begin to gain the technology, the tools, and apply them in a way that's necessary to solve the problems that we suffer within the nigger paradigm. But those problems have to be seen from the context of revolution, because what makes it the nigger paradigm is that you see the problems the way every so-called nigger sees them, and you're not able to look deeper at the essence of the problems and see what they really represent as it relates to the institutions of white supremacy. You don't see how it's related. You just think you're just going through some nigger shit, and niggas are ignorant, and why should I have to go through this, and what's wrong with these niggas? Why can't they never get it together? When we going to unify? And you don't realize that that is a major part of the problem. That is what the problem actually is. A lot of times when you think of revolution, you think that it's going to be some standoff with the white man, these black militants standing off with these KKK or these white supremacist groups, Nazis, neo-Nazi movement, or going at it with the system, the police department, or some type of cracker some goddamn where. And you think you're going to reach this utopia where you're going to come among these black people, and they just so super conscious that their head is just floating on the top of a UFO. And all they're going to be focused on, they're not going to have no distractions, no issues, no problems, and they're going to be focused on this one standoff and this one major confrontation between black militants, those are pro-black, those that are conscious, those are the Hebrew Israelites, those are whatever, and the institutions of white supremacy. That's what you believe. But what you fail to realize is the major problem that we're going to have to go through is the problem that we're going to have to go through with each other. That's the crux of the problem. 10% is dealing with the white man, even though it's a deadly, venomous, poisonous, cantankerous 10%. But the other 90 is us working out our own problems among each other to get out of the way, to allow this revolutionary struggle, this revolutionary progress to take roots, to allow this revolutionary situation to evolve so that we can deal with our open enemy, our ultimate enemy, and bring their world to an end and destroy their reality. But in order for that to happen, we have to work through the problems of ourselves. We got to work through the issues of what this damn devil has done to our mind, our psychology, has done to our consciousness, to make us so hateful and so angry and make us unable to work together and to be unified. We have to address that among one another, and that's going to be the major problem. Because until we solve that problem, we won't make it to deal with this damn white man and this damn devil. He knows that. He has educated us against ourselves. He has used media and propaganda, and he has given us pathologies that make us against ourselves, against us cultivating our own reality in a harmonious, peaceful, and natural way. So when you come among black people, you have to come with the willingness to overcome, to help them overcome these situations and circumstances. You have to have the perseverance, the patience, the diligence to be willing to deal with these issues, but you're not going to be able to or prepared to if you think it's going to be some type of utopia. If you think a nigga that had been asleep all his life, educated by the damn enemy, by the damn devil, all his life, school, media, television, everything, associations, institutions, and that he didn't read one book, and now he gonna become so conscious that he's escaped all of the traps that have been set by the enemy in order to bring us down and keep us at odds with one another and keep us from building the type of nation to bring black rulership and black supremacy back into full, complete manifestation. The problems are going to be the ones that we have to address with each other. And we have to work through those problems. That's our main thing. Because we're calling the devil on ourselves. We are using the institutions of white supremacy against each other. We are being violent towards each other before we even get to the damn devil. So those problems have to be addressed. And a superior science, a superior technology, a superior methodology, a superior mindset must be utilized in order to confront these issues. And that superior mindset that's going to have to be utilized, that superior mindset is black supremacy. It is a superior mindset and superior technology to utilize. But we're not oblivious like these other groups, these other organizations and institutions and people that's looking for escapism from being black. Escapism from addressing real black issues. Escapism from the circumstance that has to be changed and evolved by those that are willing to go through it, that are willing to be transformed into what it takes to be successful in the path of liberation as it relates to black people. So these problems should be welcomed. And we shouldn't act like, oh, we got to deal with these niggas again, some more nigga shit. Oh shit, look at this. These problems should be welcome to us. Because the faster we get to them, the quicker we can deal with this fucking enemy. The quicker we can deal with this fucking devil. That's a reality. Now, the devil, see, a lot of times too, these problems distract us from the enemy. We think the problems of working that we need to work through to fortify the people and the nation that's going to bring down the enemy's world. We think those problems are more important or more painful than the problems that the enemy has brought. Not realizing that all those problems are an extension of the enemy, of the problem that is the enemy. See, the enemy is the puppet master, and he pulls the strings to all our situations to keep us maintaining his matrix, his Babylon, his false reality, and to try to slow down our progress in destroying his world and destroying his reality. So we forget, we get caught into these problems that we have among one another, we